Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Esteemed Gentleman podcast for Friday, May 7th. I'm your host, Scott Labrie. Joined alongside me, as always, we have Uncle Teabag, Tyler Sund,
Hello, everybody.
and we have all day Eric Shane in the house as well.
Brothers.
Brothers.
How goes? Yeah.
How's everybody doing tonight?
Great.
Today?
Good. Yeah.
Very great.
Ready for the weekend?
Absolutely.
Always.
Yeah, I live for it.
Got Mother's Day coming up. Are you doing anything for Mother's Day?
Go over, got a gift for her mom, just give her to her and just have breakfast, visit for a little bit. Yeah. So
It's a trick question. You're supposed to stay home or else.
Oh, right.
The snitches will find out and call the cops.
I live alone, so I can go see them.
And you'll get a $2,000 fine, and then they'll
Oh,
drop the
God.
charges in court because it's not a real thing. And you'll waste everyone's time. Insanity.
We have fun here.
Well, that's politics.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah,
right.
exactly. Yeah.
We're just joshing.
We're just kidding around.
We're just kidding around.
It is Friday though. It's the weekly wrap up where we talk about the news. We're changing things up from now on. Instead of me reading like 12 news stories to myself, I have decided to share
Delegate.
the load, as they say in Lord of the Rings. You know,
Share the load.
yeah,
This
share the load, Miss Frodo.
Isn't it?
Sam says that. He says
Sure.
Yeah, share the load, Mr. Frodo. Share.
Okay,
the
yeah.
load.
he says that.
Yeah, I had to say it in my head.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what scene that
here's
is.
the
Like,
load.
it sounds a little
Gay.
okay. Yeah. I don't want to go there, but yeah, a little bit. The
Uh,
whole ending scene kind of works out that way too, so I'll let it slide.
yeah.
Uh,
But yeah, instead of like I said, me reading 12 to 15 news stories myself, to keep it a little shorter, we're gonna be each presenting 3 news stories that we each found individually, pertaining to our interests, I guess. And going for that, but we'll still do like we always do, and talk about our weeks, what we've been playing, what we've been watching. So you guys play any video games?
It's just been strictly Alien Isolation. I'm still working on it. I was having a really hard time in the medical wing because there's not as many places to hide from this fucking thing. And I had to get extremely creative, and there was a lot of stress, there was a lot of sweat, and there's a lot of deaths on my part. Because you can't actually kill the alien in this game, which is kind of frustrating. But I have finally acquired a flamethrower, which you can use to hit it with fire, and then it just kind of scuttles away. Or if it's charging at you and you use the flamethrower, it'll like barrel over top of you and take out almost 3/4 of your health.
Ooh.
As it does so. But it won't outright kill you that way. And then it'll just go into the vents, and then it'll literally like follow you and stalk you because it's really pissed off now. And it's almost not even worth using a flamethrower. You may as well just fucking dick around with your noisemakers and flashbangs and hide in lockers. You spend almost the whole game in a locker or underneath a desk praying to God that he doesn't hear you. It's amazing. And it's still amazing. And it's I don't know. It's one of the most perfectly crafted like survival games I've played.
Nice.
It's amazing.
It's cool.
But yeah, I've reached a part in the game, but I'm not convinced that the alien is actually gone. I don't think so, because it always comes back. If it's anything like the movies, you think it's gone. Oh, no. Surprise.
Until you
it's
see it
not.
floating out in space.
Yes, exactly. Because I didn't actually see it happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, you should honestly give that one a whirl. It's very fun, especially how cheap it is too. Like it's always on sale. It's awesome. Carly really hates watching me play it, but she can't stop watching because it's so good, but it's like it's also very stressful and scary.
Are you playing on PC or on PlayStation?
PlayStation on the
Ah,
big
yeah.
screen upstairs, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. It's very fun. And then all of your like little noises that you make go through your controller. So it's like whenever you pull out your motion detector, it's like deet, 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 deet. It's like okay, like quiet. So you gotta use it sparingly, right? Like where is it? Oh, it's right beside me. And now it hears you, and it's like, you just start running. Son of a bitch, not again. Dead.
Awesome. What about you,
Yeah.
Eric? Play anything?
Nothing new this week. I set up streaming for the first time this week here for Star Wars May the 4th. I streamed for a few hours for the first time with our twitch.tv/Esteemed Gentleman. So give that a shot. It was a good first experience. Only got a few viewers, which I was expecting, but yeah, it was a good first time. So yeah, I want to keep doing some more of that here, and hopefully
Very nice.
make a schedule down the road and keep doing more of that. So
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That would be cool. That'd be cool.
Yeah,
Then
so,
maybe the Twitch people will come to the podcast.
yeah, grow our
Like,
channel
these guys,
more,
they're
yeah.
funny. These guys play games and they're funny.
So yeah,
Oh,
unfortunately,
they
I
have a podcast.
was by myself for most of this for the entire stream, so I didn't know what else to really talk to. And those who were watching weren't engaging in the chat, so I was like, well, I'm just gonna sit in here, not saying much and just looking at a screen. I'm like, well, I'll just keep playing, I guess. And
Yeah.
well, yeah, but just how it was. So yeah,
Hmm.
I'm definitely not a solo streamer. I definitely need someone else to talk to because otherwise it can go a little crazy. But yeah,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Pretty soon. We'll have to do that. We'll have to play some scary games. I really want to play some scary games.
yeah,
Because I
Yeah.
find that I watch that on YouTube a lot, is watching streamers play scary games and like how
Mhm.
scared they get. Ah, it's the best. It's very satisfying. You can tell some of them are faking it, but the genuine ones, those are good
Oh,
ones. It's like,
I
oh, I know
should almost
exactly
do
how you
that.
feel. The
Yeah.
guys that sit there, they're like, and they just like their eyes go big, and then they hit pause and they just take their headphones off and start massaging their heads. Like, I just need a minute, because it's just like because it gets you so bad.
I should almost do that because I am such a chicken shit when it comes to those kind of games. So I probably would get some good reactions out of that for myself.
Yeah, because I don't really
Oy.
know what I look like when I'm playing a scary game. I'm not really sure. So
Well, even
I
still,
feel like I'm like looking at the screen like,
yeah.
and
That's what I noticed myself too playing and looking at my capture on thing while I'm playing. I'm like, oh god, my mouth is always open. I look hideous. I should work
Oh,
on my
yeah.
posture and everything else. Like, oh god,
Oh yeah, I'll admit I'm a mouth breather myself. Big time.
concentrating.
Big time. It's in the vents. It's gonna kill me.
Yeah.
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 Cool.
Yeah, cool.
What about you
Cool.
there, Scotty?
Yeah, I didn't play much video games at all. I said I was gonna pick up Pokemon Snap, but I'm waiting on that for a little bit here. Maybe I might, maybe next paycheck I might get that.
Doing good. Yeah, looks pretty good. Everyone's
Yeah.
talking lots about that. So yeah.
Yeah.
Looks fun. I'm actually like, because I just looked on Steam and I have like $13 of Steam credit. And I was like,
Nice.
Maybe I might get Hades or something like that.
That's on my list too. That's
towards that.
yeah. I
Yeah.
want to start
Yeah.
playing that. Yeah.
Guess I'm like, I want to play it on PlayStation 5, but it's not out on PlayStation, and they haven't announced when it will be on PlayStation or if it will be on PlayStation. So it's like, fuck.
Right. Yeah.
So
Yeah, that'd
it
be a fun one to try.
Yeah, maybe it might be like fun to stream that too, possibly.
That's what I wanted to stream. Is that that's one of the common ones for those. So yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
But yeah, other than that, I've just been playing NBA Ball Stars on my phone, and I've been playing MLB Tap Sports or some bullshit, some other phone game. That's my gaming experiences this week.
Oh yeah.
Watched a lot of movies though.
Nice.
I watched 3 movies this week. 3 of them.
Nice.
First one I watched was Michael B. Jordan's new movie, Without Remorse or No Remorse,
yeah.
whatever the hell it's called. It
Yep.
sucked. It was not good.
Really?
Extremely boring, and they don't like tell you really what's happening at all, and it's just kind of generic Call of Duty movie.
That's too bad.
Yeah, it's it does have like one of the most like abrupt, violent deaths like I've ever seen. Like not gory or anything like that. It's just like show like abrupt and shocking in like the first, I don't know, 15 minutes or something like that I was like, holy shit. But other than that, that's the only good part about that whole movie.
Wow. That's
And
disappointing. Yeah. Shit.
Yeah, it's too bad.
and they referenced a character in Jack Ryan, one of the Navy or Marines or whoever they are, the Loop commander or whatever.
Is that still
Her-
canon with Jack Ryan and everything else?
Yeah.
Or yeah.
Supposed to be, yeah. Supposed to tie
her
in.
uncle is Jim Greer, who's the black CIA dude, who's
Oh,
like Jack Ryan's
okay.
boss essentially.
Oh, gotcha.
Right.
Whatever. Second movie I watched is was Nomadland, winner of Best Picture. Pretty boring movie.
Most of those Academy Award winners usually are pretty boring. So,
I don't know.
I was saying the same thing. A lot of them are. A lot of them are extremely boring. It's
They're
like, how did this
made
win?
mostly
this
to
win?
look good. That's all they're really made for. It's like, yeah, they're slow and they're
Parasite won
and-
last year.
That was not boring though.
Exactly.
That's not boring. That is
No,
masterful
that's-
filmmaking.
Yeah, it won for a good reason, but those are few and far between. Those guys.
They
Like,
are.
most of the time.
No,
it's
I
some
think
bull-
you guys are wrong. Like,
Revenant should not have won. I don't think. It was just like it's just so much. It's like, hey, come on.
at least like
And
stuff
it's all in
happened
their
in
face
that.
and
At least stuff
I
happened
guess.
in that. This one is just about a woman living in a van, driving across the country and shitting
Which
in a
sounds
bucket, and
shitting in a bucket.
pretty much, and then like going like from seasonal job to seasonal job, and yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Looked real nice. Good.
Yeah, it's
like
mostly why it's one. That's what I heard too. It looks
But,
pretty. That's
yeah.
kind of why. Yeah.
She's a cinematographer, not a storyteller. No, I'm
Yeah.
just kidding.
and like I guess like the acting is good. Like I don't know, the Frances McDormand I think is the main lady.
Mm-hmm.
She
won too.
She won too. I'm like, I guess so, because at some points it's just like it seems almost like a documentary, because like she just seems like a regular like mom or something like that, you know, like just like an older
Yeah.
lady who lives in a van.
Right. That would be a pretty tough character to play when you're a celebrity who has it all. Oh, I'm gonna play a single mom. Oh, that must be tough. Oh, I had to slip in. Oh, that role just changed me.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
I don't know. It was okay.
Okay.
And
And
yeah,
yeah.
third movie I watched was The Mitchells versus the Machines.
I watched that too.
Yeah,
I was just finishing it.
Yeah, after seeing that, like, I don't know, we watched like half hour when I went to your house.
Yeah.
We were like in the middle of it. I was like, this was kind of interesting, so I went back and started it over. That's
It's
a really good movie. Really good.
And being a Netflix original, I wasn't really anticipating much, but it was very good. Like the art style, everything. It was just like,
yeah.
I liked how the like little heart emojis or the heart would break, like just randomly just pop out. So it's like, oh, so it's just basically showing you exactly how they're feeling, and like even Danny McBride, he does such an awesome job as the voiceover, and then of course you got the main girl. She does the lady that does her voice does Bean in Disenchantment.
Oh, yeah, that's
But the little boy, that was off-putting. I think that's
It
the
was a little
director of the
strange,
show that's doing the voice of the kid, and he sounds like he's like an adult, a weird adult,
Yeah.
forcing a kid like, I don't know, what's dad doing? Like that's almost how it sounds. And it's like, oh my god, stop.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, Michael Ryanda, or however his last name is.
Ryanda.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was written by the guys who did Spider-Verse, or if they were just like producers on it, but they're involved somehow, and you can kind of tell.
Oh yeah.
It has like pretty good like Lego movie vibes from it. I got from
Oh,
it,
yeah,
so.
for sure.
Yeah, Phil Lord, Chris Miller, yeah, same guys, yeah.
Yeah.
Produced by, yeah.
So
it's
I
a
recommend
Lego
that
movie.
one.
Yeah, it was quite good. It was and I was like, oh, I don't know if this is gonna be any good, because if it's a kids movie, it's almost 2 hours long.
is long.
What kids movie is 2 fucking hours long?
Yeah.
But it's like, honestly, it doesn't skip a beat the whole time, and it's very good. There's a lot of good heartwarming parts. There's some parts that I actually laughed out loud pretty hard on. Other parts are just kind of like so cheesy.
Man, the
It's
part
all over
where
the
they're
place.
in won't spoil much, but like the part they're in the mall and they have all the smart appliances coming after them and stuff like that. Oh
Yeah.
man, I was just cracking up like crazy. They're just like,
It was hilarious.
so funny.
And then
I'll
the
check it
big
out.
Furby,
The dark
the Lord has
harvest.
been. Yeah, it is time of the dark harvest, and it's just like walking, like, oh my god, they're just like so psycho looking. It's very good. If you guys haven't seen it, it's good for everybody. Honestly, it's really good.
Oh, check it out. Yeah, shit.
Yeah, I would highly recommend.
And that's what
Yeah,
I
so-
watched. You guys watch anything else, or
Well, that's one that I was going to mention, but
there you go.
Mhm. No, nothing else new. Mostly just been watching tutorials and properly setting up OBS labs and stream stuff, and started watching the Bad Batch, but never got to finish it
Oh,
yet.
yeah.
So look
Any
how
good?
that goes. So far, so good. It's a little bit of a stretch, but it's turning into maybe more of a lore dump than anything else. But it's only I'm only 10 minutes in though, so yeah.
It's an hour long, right? The first
Yeah,
episode?
it's an hour and some long. It's almost like hour and 15, I think, something like that. 14, yeah. So full, almost 2 episodes
Yeah.
long. So, But no, and then I'll finish that tonight probably, and yeah, see how that goes.
Well, there's one thing.
Yeah.
Tyler, you have something
Oh, no.
else there?
No, I got nothing else. No.
Well, there's one thing we did watch, and that was the season finale of Invincible.
Oh man.
What a fucking emotional roller coaster that was, man.
Oh
And
man.
epic. More epic than I expected it to be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did not end the way I thought it was going to end
Nope.
at all.
No.
It was more heartbreaking
And
than I thought. I'm like, oh.
And it was like way more one-sided than I thought it'd be. Like I was just like, all right, now here's the time. Now here's the part where Mark gets fired up and comes. Nope.
Nope.
Just
It's
gets
just Omni-Man
destroyed.
to showing him the real world. Is his point of view, and it's how. Oh yeah. How
I don't
twisted
even
it
want to
is.
recite the one line because I don't know if I
Oh,
can say the
dude.
whole line without breaking.
Oh.
That killed me, man.
I think we all like teared up a little bit. That
Oh,
that
I was
line.
sitting there the whole time. I'm just
Yeah,
like, whoo! I'm like, I need a towel, man. Like it's just like I'm
Yeah.
not like outright sobbing because I was like very bored. It's been a long time since I watched anything that actually made me almost like break like that. I'm just like, Carly's like, I'm like, stop it. I'm looking over at you guys and Scott.
Oh yeah,
fucking just, like, wiping them away, and I'm just like, oh no, I won't let you break me.
It's one of those ones like it like totally catches you off guard. It's like when you like
Yeah.
as soon as the line comes out, you're just like fuck. Like
Oh,
it's like somebody takes a
genuine-
baseball bat and just like
Yeah.
oh god.
The pain that you're seeing is what you
Yeah.
feel deep inside your heart, the core. You're just like, oh, and it's like any asshole would feel something after hearing
Oh.
that, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
It's like I don't care how many thousands of years old you are, man. You hear something like that, oh,
Mhm.
and it didn't. Yeah, he didn't even like. Yeah, I thought the same thing. I thought he was just gonna snap and he was gonna get all his power and just fucking kick the shit out of him.
Yeah,
It's,
no.
it's almost like he was kind of, sort of holding back because you know it's his dad, right?
Well, he's all in. It's mostly shock, right? Because
Well, yeah.
that's all it was. Like this is how like I would not think of this with you that way, right? So
Oh, and even
That's
when
exactly
he's talking
why.
about his mom too.
oh, that's like no,
Like that would have set like it's almost like he was like trying to set him off so he could justify
yeah.
killing him. It's like fuck,
Well, that
man.
was
Yeah.
with that episode. It was great because I thought the whole series, J.K. Simmons, who I love his voice work, was very like flat, like uninteresting. The whole most of the series. Finally, he had to show some range and
Mhm.
like a level of emotion. It was great.
It was like whiplash shit
Yeah, 'cause I
level.
love, and he was
And he
fantastic
was
in
like-
Korra. Like I love him as Tyson and Korra. Like you can really pull off the
took me-
funny part with that. Yeah.
It took me the whole first episode of Legend of Korra to know that it was him
Really?
because
Yeah.
he plays he does it so different and he has a
Mhm.
very very distinct voice
Mhm.
and a distinct way of saying things. He's almost like Jeff Goldblum. You could pick him out at any voiceover like almost immediately, but like in
Yeah.
Korra and then to this like well he's very like dominant and powerful and straightforward and you know like this is how it is kind of thing and like you said the last episode he just fucking like
Finally shows it. Yeah. And like
why are you doing this to me? It's like dude he's not doing anything to you.
Why are you
He's
making
your
me
son.
do this?
Why are you making me do this? Ah, and he's like damn it and he flies off. It's like
Oh, yeah.
and then
It was-
when that
yeah.
when that intergalactic one-eyed Seth Rogen cop alien thing
Alan
comes out, he's like, yeah, I've never seen a Viltrumite leave before like that and not come back. Blah blah blah. You know, he must have made a good impression on him. But what an amazing show! Picked up for 2 more seasons.
Mhm.
Thank God. I am so excited.
That's awesome. Yeah.
It was so good. It was so
Yeah.
good.
I wish. Well, I mean, I wish it was more. 8 episodes was a good amount there. I thought it was just right, but
I could have used more.
yeah, of course,
sure.
always. Yeah. It was.
Yeah, even their little filler episode there with the machines at the university, that was
Mhm.
but that was an important episode too, right? That wasn't even really justified as a filler episode.
No, and and some arcs into it that was kind of playing
Yeah.
with the whole thing there. So yeah, no, it
Yeah,
was.
and then the way it ended too, with all the like the 8 different openings to
Mhm.
next stuff, it's like, ooh, damn.
Mhm.
And they set up a lot of things that they can continue in the next season. So
Mm-hmm.
I think the Martian stuff is the most intriguing to me. It's like, what the hell's gonna happen there?
Oh,
Right?
yeah,
It's like,
Just kind of left the planet to fucking die almost. Yeah, it's,
yeah.
That parasitic astronaut, just like
Yeah.
and all the Martians were dying, and he's just like, it's pretty cool. That's intriguing to me too. I'm
Yeah.
actually excited for that.
I'm more curious about like the character Titan and like taking over that mob boss. If he
yeah.
can run back in with Invincible and
Yeah.
like, is he doing good? Is he doing bad? Like, he's saying he's doing good for the people of the city, but
Who knows?
good how? Yeah, exactly.
What power does to everybody, right?
I like that character, and it more like I can't pronounce his name, Mahershala Ali.
Mahershala Ali.
Yeah, and his voice, he does Prowler in Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
I'm like, this guy, he's a good voice actor too. So seeing more of him is always great. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
yeah,
Good stuff.
Mahershala
If you guys
Ali.
haven't seen Invincible yet, please do yourselves a favor.
Now it's all out there. You can binge it all, and
Yep.
highly recommend it.
Yeah. It's very, very good.
Even if it's an animated show. I know some people are like, it's a cartoon. It's like, all right, but it's an adult. It's for adults. Right?
Trust me, that's the first episode.
Very, very adult.
Yep.
It's by the guy who did Walking Dead. That's all you should
Right.
actually hear.
Yep. Yep.
Right on. Well, shall we move into the news, or do you guys want to talk about anything else you saw? Or
I didn't really see anything else.
Okay.
No,
That's the extent of my week.
Yeah, pretty sheltered week. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, who wants to go first with their first news story?
Oh, yeah. I can get mine out of the way first here.
Sure.
So this one here, it's a or this one, Mass Effect Legendary Edition confirms 120 frames per second on Xbox Series X, but only 60 frames per second on a PS5. So
That's all
like,
you need.
yeah, exactly. So with just over a week left before the launch of Mass Effect Legendary Edition, EA confirms the Xbox Series S can run the game at 120 FPS, while PS5 can only run the game at 60 FPS. Up until now, it was unknown what the classic trilogy of games would run on the PS5 or Xbox Series X. Mass Effect Legendary Edition director Mark Walters told IGN in an interview earlier this year the team has gotten some targeted unleashing of the game so that it will leverage a little bit more the power of next-gen series beyond just the faster load times expected from an SD card. So essentially how it works is on a PS5 and Xbox, you can play 60 frames at 4K or 1044 frames in 60 frames or 120 frames on the Series X. So it's not 120 frames in 4K. It's only like a downgrade of the 1440. So it's like, okay, well that's all right, but really, who needs 120 frames, especially on a console?
Oh, that would give me a headache almost.
Exactly, yeah.
I'd be
60
like,
frames
ew.
is perfect enough for that. So why the hell do you need 120 frames on a console, on a television? On a PC, it works that way because it can, with the high enough resolution, it can kind of balance that out. But that's just stupid. Like, of all things to be promoting for your games out next week, why is the frames per second so important? Tell me more about the game and what else it can do. What else? Is there new features? Is there new stuff with the games? Or how does it look? It's like, come on, EA.
Resolution's their main
good,
thing.
but like, I want to play those games because they were fun to play. Tell me more about the games, not how they're going to run. Yeah,
Right.
It's a little frustrating because I want to see more news on these games and they get nothing.
I mean,
so
what's there to tell about the game? It's the three games that have been out already.
True, but we finally got an upgrade in these games. So like, is it going to be new voice work, new scenes remade,
any additions?
Yeah.
Besides removing what's her name's luscious buttocks from the cutscene.
Miranda's.
I think they have showed off all that stuff already. This is
but
just kind of the one that lasts. Kind of we're like 2 weeks out, so it's like
we're almost a
we'll
week out
left of news to come out of this, right?
Fair enough, but still, it's like, come on, like do better promotion than this. I think it's just me and my frustrations for this game. That's also something for more than that, but whatever. I wasn't playing it on PC and not on console, but I'll be fine with that. But yeah,
I'll probably play it on console for the cinematic feel.
Yeah, with your nice TV too, it'd be nice with that too as well. So yeah, because that's a game you haven't played it, Tyler, though, right?
I played a little bit of the second one when it came out for free.
Yeah.
On Origin, I believe it was.
Yeah.
And I started playing, like, oh, this is interesting. And then I was like, I wish I knew more about it, like in the first one, because this is really intriguing, but I don't know much of what the fuck's going on. So
no, it's I would love to see you. Well, I'll watch you play that because I really enjoyed it. And I think it's something you would definitely enjoy too. So
probably, yeah. I like decision-based games, shooting games too.
Cool.
Yeah.
Tyler, what's your first news story there?
Well, the first one I want to go to is about the Kingsman, which I really enjoyed, especially the first one. I only watched a bit of the second one. I never finished it, but
Yeah.
the first one I really thoroughly enjoyed. But apparently, the Kingsman creator is setting up a new spy series and other originals at Netflix. So basically, Miller and his wife Lucy sold their comic company Miller World to Netflix in 2017. So it's the first acquisition the streamer made. Now, Miller has offered an update on the various projects in development between the two companies. Firstly, Miller announced that a television adaptation of his comic series, The Magic Order, is back in development after the COVID-19 pandemic stalled production last year. It was originally announced in March of 2019 with James Wan and Lindsay Beer attached as executive producers. James Wan, that's your Fast and the Furious guy.
Push the
And
nos,
directed
but-
Insidious and made Saw and all that stuff, I think, if I remember correctly.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, basically they're gonna make like a little spin-off. Is setting a return to the spy genre with a new property that will take the form of a 6-episode live-action television series. Miller's keeping details about the writer on the series under wraps, though he hints that he has been a massive fan of them for 2 decades. Additionally, Miller affirmed that development for Netflix's American Jesus series, its film adaptation of Reborn, starring Sandra Bullock, and an anime adaptation of Super Crooks are all continuing smoothly. Super Crooks has set a premiere window for later this year. I don't know too much about those ones, but and then Jupiter's Legacy is set to premiere on Netflix this Friday. Did you guys see the trailer for that yet? That's kind of that cheesy looking. I think we watched it together, right?
It doesn't look good to me. I don't know.
It doesn't. Yeah, it looks very. Yeah, but yeah, that's basically all it is. It's just like a very small little blurb. What's to come? I'm kind of excited for that.
Working on a spy TV show.
Yeah. If it's violent and action-packed like the Kingsman movie was, the first one at least.
Austin
This one, I think Matthew Vaughn directed that, I believe, because he also made Kick-Ass and X-Men, the 60s version one or the 80s version one. First Class. That's what I was trying to. Yes, I couldn't remember the name of it. That one actually wasn't too bad. I didn't mind that one. It was good. But yeah, Kingsman.
Cool.
Spy stuff.
Yeah. My first news story might not pertain to everybody, but pertains to me. And that is Alex Navarro, Brad Shoemaker, and Vinny Caravella leave Giant Bomb. This is from GameSpot.com. Alex Navarro, Brad Shoemaker, and Vinny Caravella have announced that they are leaving GiantBomb.com. The announcement was made during a live recording of Giant Bomb's podcast, where the trio confirmed that May 7th, today, will be their last day at the company. Giant Bomb was established by former members of GameSpot and alongside Jeff Gerstmann, who will remain at the site, and Ryan Davis. Brad and Vinny were founding members of the website. Alex, who worked alongside the others at GameSpot, joined sometime later, have initially founded Screened, a website dedicated to movies and TV. The three of them put out some tweets here. Essentially, this one was from Alex. In case you didn't tune into this week's Bombcast, I should probably say publicly that I've given my notice, and this Friday will be my last day at Giant Bomb. It's been an incredible 10 years, but I made the difficult decision that it was time to move on. Vinny Caravella said this Friday will be my last day with Giant Bomb, as per the announcement on the Bombcast. I'm so proud of everything we've accomplished over the years, and so thankful for everyone that has been a positive part of it. It has shaped who I am. And Brad Shoemaker said, today was my last episode of the Giant Bombcast. Friday is my last day with the company. After spending a third of my life helping to build this thing, it's tough to make my fingers even type that out. And yeah, in a statement, Giant Bomb founder Jeff Gerstmann said, I spent a lot of the last year thinking about what's next for Giant Bomb, and most of those roads led to a full-on rethink of what it means to be a website about video games in 2021. While I certainly would have loved to solve these challenges with my longtime friends and coworkers by my side, it wasn't just meant to be. I wish Vinny, Alex, and Brad the best. Meanwhile, we have a pretty exciting opportunity to broaden our horizons, rethink every facet of our operation, and get to a place where we're truly able to build the bomb all over again or die trying. So yeah, if you guys don't know what GiantBomb.com was, essentially Jeff Gerstmann and all these guys used to work at GameSpot in the early 2000s. Jeff Gerstmann was one of the, I think, head of reviews for GameSpot at the time, and they did he ended up getting fired from GameSpot because they had a promotion where Kane and Lynch, do you remember that game, Kane and Lynch for PS3, I think?
Yeah.
They bought a bunch of ad space all over GameSpot, so it was plastered all over their site, banner ads and everything. And Jeff Gerstmann reviewed the game and gave it, I think, like a 6 out of 10 or something like that.
Oh, yeah, I remember that, yeah.
And
Oh, wow.
the GameSpot president ended up firing him, which caused a big, uproar with a bunch of other employees. So a bunch of them left GameSpot to form their own company, Giant Bomb, and they kind of were pioneers. They like kind of, like I said, they've been around for over 10 years already. Super long running video game podcast, the Giant Bomb Cast. And if you think our podcasts were long, they go for like, I think 2.5 hours, like every week.
Wow.
And they were kind of like the first kind of website to really go into like recording video and doing like quick looks instead of like writing up a preview of a game. It was like, here's us recording the games and showing it to you. And so you can actually get an idea of what the gameplay is like, and and they talk over it. So they were kind of pioneers in that sort of thing.
Right.
And then as time moved on, they ended up getting bought by CBS Interactive, and they also bought GameSpot. So they were like actually put like on the same floor at one point in the same office sort of thing. I mean, like most of the people were at the GameStop weren't the same people, so they were kind of friends at that point. But
right. That's fine.
Yeah, so it's just kind of interesting. Like, I mean, I haven't watched much Giant Bomb in the last little while, but it's kind of interesting to like see that, most of the people that I remember watching there aren't there anymore. Like Jeff Gerstmann's kind of like the only kind of old guard left, which is kind of interesting. So,
yeah,
you got that to look forward to in 10 years when two of us leave, only one of us reigns here.
Right.
So.
Oh,
yeah. I guess the other part is that they recently got bought by a different company, so maybe that also has
something to do with it.
So,
yeah. There you go. Bigger and better things, maybe.
Possibly. All right, Eric, what's your story numero dos?
We'll go with this one here. Andrew Garfield calls SpiderMan No Way Home casting rumors so crazy. So as SpiderMan No Way Home inches closer to December 17th release, rumors have been continued to circulate that the upcoming sequel will unite Tom Holland's Peter Parker alongside Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield's versions of the character. Now, months after it was reported that the two would return to the property, Garfield has offered his thoughts on the casting rumors on the Happy, Sad, Confused podcast. Garfield went to say, it's crazy, dude. It's effing crazy. I do have this Twitter account, and I see how often Spider-Man is trending, and it's possible people are freaking out over a thing. I wish I could speak to everyone, and just say, I recommend that you chill. Podcast host Josh Hollowitz then asked Garfield for a simple yes and no, and his involvement for the movie. The actor offered a somewhat tentative response. I didn't get the call. Listen, if I would have got the call by now, I don't know. I don't want to rule anything out. Maybe if they want me, they'll call me. Maybe they'll going to call me and say, hope people want this. Though Garfield did not offer a straight answer. Another actor has been notably candid about his attachment to the movie. Last month, Spider-Man 2's Alfred Molina described his experience reprising the role of Dr. Otto Octavius for the film. So I guess
exciting.
it's still confirmed, I guess, but I thought it was confirmed that he was going to be in it for sure, but I guess not.
I mean, it seemed like it was,
It doesn't sound like it much anymore.
If it is, maybe it's just going to be a little cameo, not like a full-on addition like I assumed it was going to be, and I hoped it was. But I guess if he's still saying like, well, no, it's not really confirmed then. But I don't know. It's a little upsetting, I guess. But yeah, no, we'll see. I guess we'll have to wait and see.
I guess.
Boo.
I know. Too much waiting.
I
Go
know.
away, COVID. Fuck off. Yeah.
You just have like 8 other Marvel things to look forward to between now and then.
True, but
I just want all of them now.
I know. I want it now. Yeah.
I want it now. I want like 3 a month.
You gotta pace yourselves.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Okay.
I've always been kind of like when they were kind of rumoring, like, oh, Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. I was like, yeah, but Spider-Verse is right there. It's doing the same thing. Like, do we need two
Yes,
Spider-Man
but
things doing multiverse stuff? Like, I don't know.
Right.
no, it's because it's animated, so no one. Well, people wouldn't watch it. They liked it, but because it's not Marvel canon and not MCU, it's not. It's not good enough, I guess, for some people. So yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I think it's fantastic. I liked it.
Yeah.
Maybe one day.
One day.
Exactly.
Tyler,
Okay.
what is your second story there?
Speaking of Marvel, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. The Marvel's official titles are announced. So the sequels to Black Panther and Captain Marvel have new names. Marvel has revealed that the official titles for the sequels to Black Panther and Captain Marvel are Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, and the Marvels. Now there was some speculation. The way the title was animated with Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, and it's like a really like chrome steel title that possibly Doctor Doom may make an appearance, introducing us to the X-Men kind of
That's
starting
a
thing.
stretch, but okay.
I'm like, oh, cool, sure. If they even get that right,
I mean,
because
yeah,
they tried what, twice, three
Yeah.
times, twice. But anyway, moving on. Revealed alongside a celebration of Marvel films and a tease of what's to come, Marvel also gave fans a glimpse of Eternals. If you guys haven't seen it, yeah, you guys saw. Yeah, Scott,
Oh,
you're the one
yeah.
that mentioned.
yeah.
Check this out. It was like a montage of all the greatest moments, like the most
Dude,
emotional.
that video
fucking-
made me cry. Like the
I
It was
beginning
got
amazing.
part,
chills. I got chills seeing that part with the theater again.
Yeah.
I'm
like,
like, oh my
like
god.
showing all that stuff and having Stan Lee doing a voiceover on top of
Voiceover?
it.
At the
I was
beginning, I'm just
Yeah.
I
like,
was
oh,
oh man, like
Yeah.
just
nerds worldwide were just falling apart.
yeah.
Yeah, that was awesome. It was so good. But yeah, so Marvel also highlighted the release dates for its upcoming films, except for Fantastic Four. The full list is as follows. Black Widow will be July 9th. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, which I thought was kind of, but I guess we'll see.
Yeah.
That might be all right. It's supposed to be September 3rd. Eternals, which I still have no idea who they are or how they relate to anything. I'm not really sure, but I know that Angelina Jolie's in there holding a sword.
And
a
Rob
golden
Stark
sword.
apparently. I didn't know he was.
And
in
who?
it. Rob Stark.
Rob Stark.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
There you go. Tony's long lost cousin. Spider-Man No Way Home, December 17th. Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Carly's really looking forward to that one. She can always use some more Wanda. March 25th of next year. Thor Love and Thunder, May 6th of 2022.
Yeah.
And then we got Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, July 8th, 2022. The Marvels, November 11th. And then we got Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania.
Quantumania.
Next time on Raw, Quantumania. February 17th, 2023. That's 2 years away. Guardians of the Galaxy, same, 2 years away. And Fantastic Four to be determined.
Yeah.
And yeah. But Black Panther, Wakanda Forever will not recast, obviously, the late Chadwick Boseman, R.I.P., but instead will continue to explore the world of Wakanda and all the rich and varied characters introduced in the first film. Ryan Coogler will be returning to direct and write the sequel. And Letitia Wright, who plays Shuri, I hope I'm saying that right. Lupita Nyong'o, who played Nakia, Winston Duke, M'Baku, and Angela Bassett, who played Ramonda, are all expected to reprise their roles as well. So that's exciting.
Yeah.
It's good stuff. Lots of Marvel coming. Just gotta wait.
Yeah.
Just gotta wait.
The Marvels was kind of interesting, like looking at the logo of that, because you see there's also like the Miss Marvel S in that.
Yep.
From for Kamala Khan, and also the logo for Photon or whatever. What's her freaking name? Rambo, Monica Rambo.
Oh yes.
So all three of them look like it sounds like they're gonna get together for that movie, which would be kind of cool.
That would be cool, yeah. Rambo, she was an interesting character. I wanted to know more what happened with her. She's a pretty cool character.
Yeah.
She went the way
in
too fast,
WandaVision. Yep.
And yeah, Eternals looks cool. Like They're still like very mysterious. It was like, what is this? But like the shots they showed off was like,
Yeah.
kind of neat. Angelina Jolie's got a sword.
Yeah. Every A-list actor's in line waiting for their Marvel debut.
Yeah,
Exactly.
MCU.
I want a slice of this pie.
Just wait.
Yeah.
Brad Pitt's gonna be in the MCU one day.
Oh, absolutely. Same included.
He already is in Deadpool. No, I'm just kidding.
That's true.
That's not
The Invisible
MCU.
guy. No, it's not. It should
Yeah.
be though. That would be cool. Gotta get
Deadpool.
Deadpool in there involved.
Yeah, some more Marvel news here. This got announced just a few days after that. Marvel celebrates the movie trailer thing. Loki release date moved forward. Will stream on Wednesdays. A little video showed Tom Hiddleston talking about Loki. Showed off another little trailer. And then at the end it said June 11th, and then the 11th turned into a 9, moving the date up to June 9th. And yeah, it'll be on Wednesdays instead of Fridays. What are you guys' thoughts on that?
Sure.
Sure. Sooner the better, man.
Yeah.
I kind of like watching like it on Fridays, though. You know, like
Makes your weekend that much more exciting.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm probably not gonna watch it. I wouldn't watch it till Friday anyway.
it's good for
I
our
rarely-
podcast because we could talk
Yeah.
about the most recent episode like in 2 days
last-
instead of a
That's
whole
true.
week. But
4 episodes of Invincible and last couple of Falcon Winter Soldier. I never watched Friday. I always watched like Saturday or Sunday. Like, yeah, so the Friday release wouldn't matter. Didn't matter to me a heck of a lot. So if I had more in the week, it'd be fine by me. So yeah,
Mhm.
okay,
don't matter.
very cool.
I'll watch it. Don't matter.
Yeah,
When it
true.
comes
Yeah,
out.
exactly.
Yeah, I'm not watching it anymore. Now it's on
Yeah.
Wednesdays. I refuse.
This is bullshit. Fuck you, Disney.
I want it on Friday.
Yeah.
All right, Eric, what's your last story there?
Last story is a little quick one here. The House of Dragons images offer first look of the HBO Game of Thrones prequel. Yay!
It's got the Doctor Who guy.
It does,
Matt
yes. First
Smith.
images from the set of House of the Dragon has been revealed. The photographs taken on the beach location show 5 of the key cast members sporting the insanely recognizable hair of the Targaryen family. Are Emma Darcy, or Matt Smith as a princess. Oh God,
Princess, yeah.
no, Emma Darcy and Matt Smith as princess. Oh God, how do you say that? Rahien. Oh God, fucking Targaryen names. Why are they so complicated? I'm going to help on this one, guys.
Hold on.
Oh, let's
Yeah.
go to it.
Yeah.
Princess
Princess
Rhaenyra.
Rhaenyra Targaryen and Prince Daemon Targaryen. The second photograph shows Alicent Hightower and Otto Hightower, played by Olivia Cook and Rance Ifans. God.
Reese
suck at this.
Siphons, maybe? Rice
Yeah.
Siphons?
Finally, in
Yeah,
his
but it's all
lo-
Targaryen, though. What do you expect? Come on.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Finally, standing on his lonesome is Steve Townsend as Lord
Steve Toussaint.
Lord Coral. Why do you make me do this?
You're the one who picked this story.
I know. I can't read for shit.
Lord
I can't read.
Corlys Valerion.
Valerion, currently
Yeah.
known as a sea snake. So yeah, it just shows us photos of the upcoming HBO show that no one really asked for.
Right?
Yeah, and they're still going full tilt with it. I thought for sure by now, after the bomb that was season 8, they would have like scrapped or maybe
This is
made
their
something more to
redemption.
it. Yeah, they could try all they want, but I'm positive it's like, oh yeah, it's out now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The viewers like the dragons, so let's make a show about the dragons.
Yeah, exactly. Like to me, this is 4 years too late. It should have been like announced right after season 8, at least.
Yeah.
Like we say, okay, well that sucked. We have this to look forward to next year and see if they can kind of make up what it
Rectify the
sucked.
situation.
Exactly. Yeah. The fact of doing this now, 4 years after the fact it's over, it's like, well, 2 years it came out, or when did season 8 end? 2018, right?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so 3 years. Yeah.
2019? 2019, yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's
Yeah.
still like no one talks about Game of Thrones anymore. It's all kind of passe now. It's unfortunate, but it's
Yeah.
they're still making it. So there if you want
Yeah.
it.
I don't know. I think for me, it's going to be one, we'll see what the trailer looks like. If the
Yeah.
trailer can get me hyped, then maybe. And
Mhm.
I guess just like a review of the first like couple episodes.
Mhm.
We'll see if people are like, yeah, it's actually really good, then maybe I'll.
I'm
go into
hoping
it.
that it's not going to be an episodical. It'll release all the episodes at once because I'm starting to get fed up with the weekly schedule, weekly release. Like all of them are ready to go. Just throw them all at once. Why do I have to wait every week for everything? Just let me
it's
binge
going
it
on
and see if it's
HBO.
yeah,
because they want people to have subscription fees,
Yeah.
man.
exactly right.
That's like what I did for Crave. The only thing I subscribed for that was Raised by Wolves. I wanted to watch that. I'm like, ooh, Ridley Scott, Unhinged with the weird shit and the violence. I'm going to watch that. But we waited kind of until it was about halfway done. Then I subscribed to it
Yeah.
and we watched it. But and then I canceled it right after.
Like that was the one
'cause-
thing I like with Netflix was like, oh yeah, we can watch it all at once. Or if you want to binge it and enjoy it and rewatch it again. So if it's
Right.
out now, we watch it every week, like a TV show, I guess. But I
Mhm.
like Netflix. I like it to watch it. I want to binge it. Damn it!
Right.
It's a bad habit, I know, but I do it all the time.
Well, yeah, they
Yeah.
gave you treats right at the start. It's like
Mhm.
giving you dessert. It's like, okay, now I got to eat the meal and then dessert after. It's like, that's a bad metaphor. You know what I mean? Fuck,
Yeah.
whatever. Shut up.
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
still laughing at Eric. Why'd you make me read this?
Why?
So
did
you
make
chose
me-
it.
I know, but
It's like,
I'm
I just
dyslexic
come
as
up
well.
with that in my
I
articles in
know.
Spanish.
I know, this would be fun to talk
episode.
about.
Why'd you make me read this
Oh.
article in Spanish?
Oh, fuck. I can't believe you've done this.
Yeah.
All right,
Poor
Tyler,
Eric.
let's
Poor
hear
Eric.
the last story.
Leave him alone. Leave him alone.
All right.
Okay,
Yeah.
next one. This might be interesting. Taika Waititi. I still don't know if I'm saying that
You
right.
got it. You got it.
Taika Waititi is going to play the legendary pirate Blackbeard in HBO Max's Our Flag Means Death. I can't see him being a serious actor though, because he always voices over or plays a
No.
goofball.
It's I'm sure
Right?
it doesn't.
It's
I'm
gonna
sure-
be a
yeah.
sarcastic.
It says
virus.
HBO Max comedy series. So
Oh, it is. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. So basically,
Absolutely.
he's set to become the legendary pirate Blackbeard in the upcoming HBO Max comedy series. It says right there. Our Flag Means Death. As reported by Variety, Waititi will be reunited with Rhys Darby, the series lead who is set to play Steed Bonnet. Darby starred in HBO's Flight of the Conchords. Oh. And the What We Do in the Shadows film.
Yeah.
Waititi was the writer and director on the series and the star co-writer, co-director, and producer on the film.
I know those
Which
stories about now,
it was I know what they were going for. It was a weird movie though. It was so dumb. Fucking so dumb. And who's the other guy, the goofball, Jermaine Clemens or whatever his name is?
Yeah, from Flight of the Conchords. Yeah, Clemens.
He's obviously the highlight.
Yeah.
I think he's brilliant. Like he's really funny.
No, what was the other character you said? The first, who's playing Bonnet? What's his name?
It is Steed Bonnet, Rhys Darby.
Rhys Darby. He's good in other stuff too as well. He's that redhead all the time and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like him in the other stuff too as well. So that should be good. Really fun to watch now. And then another cast there.
Yeah, it might be interesting. Waititi was already confirmed to executive produce and direct the pilot for Our Flag Means Death, which is loosely based on the true adventures of Steed Bonnet, Darby, a pampered aristocrat who abandoned his life of privilege to become a pirate. Our Blackbeard is a legend, a lover, a fighter, a tactical genius, a poetic soul, and quite possibly insane, said series creator David Jenkins. Only one man could play this role, and that is the great Taika Waititi. We're thrilled beyond measure. He's decided to don the beard. Like going from directing one of probably considered one of the most fun Marvel movies, like Thor Ragnarok, to playing a fucking pirate on a comedy show. Like this guy though, he seems to have a really amazing personality. He's just like, yeah, sure, I'll do it. He's also known for his work in the MCU for directing Thor Ragnarok and the upcoming Thor Love and Thunder, which I'm really looking forward to. He won an Academy Award for Best Original Screenplay for Jojo Rabbit, which I still have not seen yet, but I've heard really good things on. And also directed the season 1 finale of The Mandalorian and lent his voice to IG-11. IG-11? What do you guys call him?
IG-11.
IG-11 in the Star Wars series. Blackbeard was a notorious English pirate. If you guys don't know who he was born around 1680 as Edward Teach. He was a fearsome raider who was known to light matches in his iconic beard to instill even more fear amongst all who saw him. He made quite a name for himself until he was ambushed in 1718 and quite literally lost his head. Since then, he has become one of the most popular pirate characters and has appeared in such films as Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides, which was played by Ian McShane. I threw that in there because I knew that, but they didn't put it in there.
Cool.
He was the only good part of that whole movie. That movie was pretty boring. It's pretty boring.
Pretty bad.
don't know why I watched it, to be honest.
Because of Ian McShane.
Because of Ian McShane. That's that's why. Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be
So,
a fun.
I'll
one to
probably
watch.
check that out. I'll
Oh, yeah.
probably check it out. Yeah.
All right, and for my last story here, Ubisoft announces free-to-play The Division Heartland. Ubisoft has announced The Division Heartland, a free-to-play game set in the Tom Clancy Division universe, developed by the original Tom Clancy studio Red Storm Entertainment. The Division Heartland will be a standalone from the main The Division series. It's planned for release on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC in the 2021-2022 window. No details have been offered besides those, so it's currently very unclear as to what kind of game The Division Heartland will be beyond its free-to-play nature. Ubisoft does say that it will be a new. Ubisoft does say that it will be an all-new perspective on the universe in a new setting, though. Those interested can sign up to get involved in the early hands-on opportunities. And of course, you got E3 coming up here next month, so we'll probably see some more of this then. But if you're going by free-to-play in the Heartland, you got lots of woods and stuff like that. Maybe it's kind of like a kind of crafting kind of game, or possibly
looks like, Ghost Recon. What's the one that came out 2 years ago? Ghost Recon Wildlands.
Yeah.
It looks kind of like, I find it looks like that's similar to that.
Well,
Almost,
yeah,
right?
I mean, yeah, it's like first person set in the kind
Yeah.
of woods. But I mean, like if it's free to play, I'm kind of leaning towards that. It's probably might be a battle royale game, possibly.
Oh, possibly. Yeah. Now that you say that, shite.
That's what we need more of.
Well, yeah, exactly. I have the Division 2. I never bothered playing it. I bought that and everything.
Scott and I
else.
played it for a
good.
bit.
It's fun.
Looked
Yeah,
good.
we
I
took
wanted to
some
play it.
fun,
Just, yeah,
we took
never
some
did.
fun photos together
Yeah.
with our characters.
Yeah.
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 That was a pretty fun game. That was pretty fun.
Yeah.
Great, amazing graphics and
Mhm.
sound and everything. It was a well-crafted game.
Yeah, interested to see what it is, because it could be a battle royale game, or it might be like a crafting kind of survival game, possibly kind of thing. Possibly,
Like
maybe.
Rust or whatever.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Or something. Yeah.
I don't know.
Sure.
We'll probably find out more next month.
Mhm.
There you go. That's gonna do it. That's the stories that we had for you today. Thank you so much for listening and watching. If you liked it, leave a like and subscribe here on YouTube. If you're listening onto a podcast service like Google, Spotify, or Apple, give us 5 stars, give us a thumbs up, subscribe there as well, and head over to our Facebook page, like our page, and leave a question for Ask Us Anything Monday, because we'll probably be recording that tomorrow night. So that'll
Do
be
it.
good. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. But until then, have a great weekend. We'll talk to you on Monday.
See ya Monday.
See ya.